the first card you have your past is the Two of Pentacles. So yeah, I'm just looking at this ups and downs with these two coins, ups and downs, ups and downs. So yeah, ups and downs. I'm seeing up and down moods. It's almost like, oh, I'm fine. 1 minute it's like, I'm fine, everything's great. And then the next minute it's like, oh, you know, that horrible feeling in your stomach. It's like, oh. And a lot of this, I think, might have been circumstantial, things happening to you, because I'm getting this, it's like, oh, I'm working, I'm going along, doing my thing, everything's fine, everything's okay. And then something had happened out of nowhere, problems, all kinds of things. And you're just standing there thinking, what next? What is going to happen to me next? It was a crazy time. And I think it might have been like this for you, a little bit like this, over the last few weeks, actually. I'm getting everything's fine, it's okay, and then this crash, and then everything's okay, and then a big crash. Because I'm just looking at these ships behind this man, and you've got these big waves going up and down, and these ships that are about to crash behind this man. So, yeah, fantastic, and then crash. So all of that. Excuse me. So, I just feel as if I have to tell you this. I have to give you this message about this. No matter how many times your feelings go up and down, or how you're feeling, whatever's happening with the inside of you, you're just as capable. You're just as capable. Just because you're feeling down, just because you're having ups and downs, doesn't mean you can't do your work, do your thing, do whatever you normally do. It makes no difference to that. So, because I don't want that to stop you from doing things. Excuse me. Sorry, I don't know what's happened. Because I think these ups and downs might be affecting how you see yourself or your work. So if it is, again, you're just as capable. No matter what you're feeling, you're just as capable. So I just have to tell you that, because I think I'm getting this, oh, is this the start of problems? Does this mean I can't do things? Why am I feeling like this? Everything's going wrong. So don't let it escalate into that. Just know that whatever you're feeling, it doesn't affect what you're doing. So the other thing is, if this is what you're going through, if you're still going through this, it's not going to last forever, because there's an infinity symbol around these two coins. And so, and he looks really unsettled as well, a bit worried, and he's kind of, so, it's not going to last forever. It's not going to go on and on into infinity. I know it feels like that when you're in the middle of this. It feels like this is going to last forever. This is this is the end for me. I'm going to be like this forever. You're not going to be like that forever. And just think about this. I think you've been through this before, and you've gotten over that before. You've gotten through that before, and you'll get through this again. These kinds of things can be managed as well, by what you say to yourself, what you do. Music's a huge one as well, to change your mood. So just keep on scrolling through until you find something that lifts you. That can really help. That's helping me lately as well, music. And Led Zeppelin, Kashmir, that's what's helping me lately. The 70s. And I don't know why I'm into that. I just heard it and I was like, oh wow, that's really uplifting. It's like, anyway, just ignore me. So I don't think this is just happening with Aries, because I'm seeing this in a lot of different people. I'm seeing this in a lot of readings, lots of moodiness, lots of I want to be alone, I don't feel quite myself, all of that kind of thing. So it's not just you if you're feeling this, it's everywhere. I don't know what it is, something in the air, but I am seeing it everywhere in these readings. So just, I don't know if that's a help to you, probably isn't. So, okay. The next card you have for your past, the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, a few different things here with this card. The first thing is, this is obviously another indication that the quality of your work's probably still there, regardless of how you're feeling. These are quality items, golden coins, beautiful, expensive things. The quality is still there, doesn't matter. Now, a lot of people don't get this about Aries. There's a real fragility inside the Aries heart, actually, right inside your heart. When they feel really strong, they're super, super strong. It's like, I'm the strongest person, But it doesn't take very much for that confidence to kind of go down, to drop down, to kind of corrode. And then it's like, oh my gosh, I'm going to lose my position, I'm going to lose my strength, and I'm going to lose my job, I'm going to lose my house, I'm going to be homeless. All these kind of thoughts start to spiral. And then the fear of that magnifies everything, kind of makes it worse. But again, it's not as bad on the outside. It doesn't look as bad on the outside as it feels to you on the inside, if this is you. I'm not going to say any more about that, because people say, oh, you always say Aries are crazy and lunatic, and I'm not saying that at all. I must be one then, because I'm Aries. Anyway, the other thing I'm getting here is, okay, there's quite a difficult thing I'm seeing here. Okay, it's not easy to explain. It feels like someone was putting groundwork into something. They wanted to put the work in, they wanted to move forward with something, but they were kind of hiding how they were truly feeling, hiding their passion. I think hiding their passion. Because if you look at this man, his legs are red. He's got red underneath, but he's got blue over the top. So passion on the inside, cold exterior with blue over the red. Yeah, I'm getting love. I'm getting love around this. I'm absolutely getting love around this. So it feels like potential love. Potential was there. There was a lot of confusion around this. I'm seeing lots of confusion. I think there was some kind of fallout after all that confusion. I think maybe after that fallout, I think what happened is you decided to just turn your back on this whole thing, because this man has his back turned to the town. So he's turning his back on people. So if this makes any sense to you, I know it's a little bit confusing. I think, yeah, there's a reason. There's a reason why they were hot on the inside and cold on the outside, I think. It looks a bit like, yeah, it looks like there might have been another person around this. Now, I don't think they're actually seeing anyone else while they were talking to you or seeing you, whatever was happening between you. Might have been a relationship, I don't know. But I don't think they were with anyone else at that time. I think someone might have been on their mind. I think that's where this other energy comes from. They might have been trying to get over someone. Someone was on their mind. They were trying to work their way out of the old feelings that they had for this other person. And so then you were there. So the timing of you being there, if this all resonates with this other person that was on their mind, it was all very difficult and confusing for them. It wasn't the right time for them. But, if they'd explained this to you, there wouldn't have been this fallout. But they didn't explain this to you. So it would have been okay if they had said, look, I've got this other person, if they're still on my mind, it's going to take some time for me to get over this, and I've got a lot of other things. I just want to let you know this is how it is. But they didn't do this. They kept their head down like this man. They didn't talk to you. So yeah, really frustrating. But again, if this is you, I think you've moved on. You absolutely have moved on. There are still some questions, I think, and they pop up in your mind. It does feel unresolved to me. That doesn't mean it's going to come back again or whatever, but it just means that it feels that there are still some kind of questions there. Okay. Okay, so the last card you have for your past, the Star, which is an absolutely beautiful. This is one of my favourite cards. Yeah. This one and the Temperance card I love. This card feels, especially kind of magical to me, very, very magical. I love stars, as you know, and the whole thing. I love starlight, nighttime with stars and all that. It's very, very magical. It feels magical to me. And, it feels like this was a bit of a magical time actually in your life when you were with this person in the Eight of Pentacles. It feels like, there was definitely attraction. I'm getting a big, big physical attraction here on both sides, because look at how beautiful this woman is. And the way we're looking at this woman, we're watching her from far away, from afar. We're admiring this beautiful woman. It's almost like we're in awe of this woman. And if you're in awe of someone, there's an element of fear there. You can't really love them properly because there's always that fear. It's almost like, you're in awe of someone. You think they're kind of amazing and you're not equals. So that's kind of the kind of feeling I'm getting. I don't know if that's going to make any sense, but yeah. if this is all resonating about this past connection in the Eight of Pentacles, I think there was a combination of all these things. I don't know why I'm getting this. So there's this old energy from someone else who they had on their mind, and then there's this feeling of awe for some reason. And you know, I think they probably just weren't able to handle all these different conflicting feelings that are all happening together in the right way. They just didn't know how to handle them. They didn't know how to talk to you. So, you know, there's, again, yeah, I keep on getting this magical feeling around this. It feels like this was a very magical time in your life. I'm seeing that again. Really special time, really nice time. You felt very warm at this time. You felt like you felt very loved at this time. But the other side to magic, of course, is that, you know, spells can be broken and then the magic's over. Yeah, the magic's over. The magic trick's over. And I actually do, when I'm saying magic trick, that just makes me think that I actually do think you felt as if you were tricked in some way by this person. It's like, this is all a trick. I've been tricked, makes me really angry, so I'm going to turn my back. So that's what I'm getting there. Now, I think this energy is still around you. I think it is. Yeah, they still watch you, maybe on social media, because we're watching this woman from afar. So I think this person's still watching you. It feels like maybe they knew you before you got together. Maybe you're friends. I don't know. You might have been friends before this all happened. So, because it feels like they missed that friendship. It feels like you might have been friends, you might have known each other for years, I don't know, and you kind of built up that friendship, and then there was kind of this, it either turned into a relationship, or there was a possibility of that, or something happened, something romantic happened, and that kind of spoiled the friendship, and then there was a fallout and it all fell apart. And I think they really missed the friendship, because it's like, oh, it'll never be the same again. That's what I'm getting. It'll never be the same again. Unless I say something, unless I clear the air. That might fix things. That might fix things. Because, you know, when you've got a starry night, the air's very still, it's very clear. You can only see the stars when it's a clear sky. You can't see it, you know, when you're in the city, or when there's pollution or clouds. It has to be clear for you to see the stars. So I think they might want to clear the air. They might want to clear the air. So just be aware, there might be, it actually feels, I've got to say, it feels like a confession. It feels like they're going to confess something. They're going to confess, oh, at that time I was going through this or something. They should have done this before. But I am seeing a confession coming up for you. Yeah. And yeah, it felt magical at the time, but the spell's broken. The spell's broken. That's what I'm getting. Okay, so the first card you have your presence, the King of Cups, yes. Okay, so I'm getting a sequence. I'm seeing the sequence here between this and the Seven of Wands down there. So I'll talk about the two of these together. Now, before I do that, just one thing with the King of Cups. I'm not going to say any more about this love situation, this past situation, but this reminds me of that as well. It reminds me of this coldness that I was seeing on the outside of the Eight of Pentacles, and that's here as well, because the King of Cups is a very cold, or he can be a cold character. So yeah, this is kind of how this happened. And again, I'm seeing this card, get ready. I think there is going to be some kind of a confession. They're holding on to their emotions right now. They're all kind of bubbling up, but they're there. And yeah, there's something that's going to come out. So, okay, so the other thing I'm seeing here with this King of Cups is, yeah, it's like observation, watching but not acting. That's what he's doing. So, okay, I think you're smart enough to know not to get involved in something. There's a situation and you know you shouldn't be involved in this, so you're not involved in this. It feels like someone's kind of stirring something up, which is what I'm seeing in the Seven of Wands. It's kind of like someone's picking on this poor man here, stirring it up, making him angry. And so, yeah, so you're just... Yeah, and also there's a lot of turbulence around the King of Cups with the water everywhere. But he's on an island. He's right in the middle of this drama, but he's not reacting. And if you look to the left-hand side of this card, of the King of Cups, there's a fish coming out of the water. It looks a bit like a dolphin, because, you know, dolphins jump in and out of the water, so that makes me think of dolphin. It might not be, but it looks like a dolphin. Now, dolphins are highly intelligent. They're actually a symbol of intelligence. If you have a symbol of a dolphin, it can mean intelligence. So, you know, this is the smart thing to do, not to get involved in this. And yeah, this might sound a little bit arrogant, but it's like, you know, you're smarter than this person who's at the middle of this drama, this stirring, this problem. You know, it looks like they're silly, actually. It looks like they're literally saying things that aren't true, and it's really obvious. It's funny, actually. You know, it's like they're saying ridiculous things, and you know it's not true. Everyone can tell it's not true, so there's no point in saying anything. Yeah, it looks like, again, this is what I'm seeing in the Seven of Wands. They're trying to throw you off. They're trying to throw you off. I think they're trying to throw other people off as well by stirring and causing drama. You know, because the Seven of Wands, the man there, he's in this high position. He's up on this hill, and they're kind of attacking him from down below. They're trying to throw him off. I don't think this is just you that this is happening to. I think there are other people in this as well. And, you know, you're tempted. You're absolutely tempted to say something, I think. I can see that. But, you know, you're keeping this all to yourself. You're keeping a lot of things to yourself, actually, at this time, I think. There's a lot you're keeping to yourself. And, you know, again, just looking at this King of Cups, it actually feels like, I think, to you, that you're on an actual island. The drawbridge is staying up. Apart from some people who you're really close to, it is staying up. And I can see why it would be staying up when you have all this drama around you. But I don't think it's just about that. I think this is generally how you're feeling. It's like, no, I'm just going to keep the drawbridge up for a while. And I was getting a little bit of that in the Two of Pentacles with these up and down feelings. And so, yeah, I think that's just how you're going to be feeling, or how you are feeling at this time. So lots of different things in there. Okay, so the last card you have for your present is the Four of Pentacles. Okay, so this is really interesting because I'm seeing a shift happening here, and I think I've been seeing a similar kind of thing in your readings for a while, but this feels slightly different to that. It's kind of a different kind of a shift, I think. It's coming up for you. I think it's coming up over the next few weeks. Now, I think over this whole year, you've been really focusing on your work. It feels like pinpoint focus on your work, super focused. Like, no, I'm doing my work, super focused, going in every day, working really hard. I'm not looking at anything else. I'm not talking to anyone else. I'm doing that. And, you know, you've got the Eight of Pentacles here as well. So super, super focused on your work. Now, this is following a little bit from what I was seeing again in the Eight of Pentacles, because work is an integral part to who you are. Which is what's happening there, and it's an integral part to how you feel about yourself. And that's what I was seeing there, that once something little goes wrong, you start to be going, like in the Two of Pentacles, you start to go, oh no, everything's going wrong, because it's a part of who you are and how you feel. Now, that's absolutely fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But I think over the next few weeks, you're probably going to find yourself taking the focus off that. You know, you're not totally stopping work. You're not totally stopping your work. But the focus is going to be more on you as a person and seeing yourself as separate from your work, if that all makes sense to you. Because I think at the moment it doesn't feel like that. It feels like you're your work and your work's you. And so there's this separation happening. So if this makes sense to you, this is a really, really important shift. It's positive, because rather than seeing work as this thing, and, you know, your personality is secondary to that, or it's caught up in that, it's going to be more like you first, who you are at your core. That's going to come first. Then your work comes out of that. It's really going to help you, I think, with these up and down feelings. And I was seeing the Two of Pentacles, because when things go wrong in your work, things aren't going to go wrong in your emotions. You're going to separate yourself from that. Now, again, if you look at this man, this is really, really important here. If you look at this man, he's wearing this crown, and there's a coin on top of the crown. That's what's going to shift. The crown is going to be above the coin. So you, who you are, important person that you are, crown, is going to be above the coin. So I hope that makes sense. I know it's a little bit abstract It's a bit confusing. It's something you're going to be feeling. It's just going to naturally happen to you. And I think part of that change might be you just being by yourself for a while and just kind of processing all of that. And that's what I'm seeing in the King of Cups again. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Right, so the first card you have for your future is the Emperor. Yeah, so this is you. So here we are. So you've gone from the Four of Pentacles, where the coin was in charge, to the Emperor, which is you. This is the true you, the real you. So here we are here. So yeah, so the Emperor's been lost. He's been a bit lost under these coins, and now here he is. So this is really interesting as well. If you have a look at this very closely, you might not be able to see it, but I might do a picture of this and show it later on Instagram, because I like doing that, showing the close-ups. So because the Emperor is where he is. He's who he is. He's the Emperor, because his coin is not above his head. It's not above his head. It's in his hand. And this Emperor is literally holding a coin in one of his hands in this card. And, you know, he's in control of the coin. He's in control of the work. The work's not in control of him. That's the difference between him and the man in the Four of Pentacles, who isn't sitting on a throne. He's sitting on a little wooden bench down there. It's not very comfortable, or a concrete bench, whatever it is. He's not royal at all. And so that's you coming out of work, controlling you, coming out of that, you're controlling the work, you're controlling yourself. Now you are the Emperor. You're your true self. Beautiful. I love this so much. So by reducing, I'm not saying reducing the amount of work. This is about reducing the focus, or changing the focus, the central point, from work to you. So a lot of what you do, it's going to feel a lot more personalized, you know, because the Emperor is all about rules, regulations. So you're coming away from all of that regimented things, might be timelines, might be things, deadlines, all that kind of thing. You're coming away from that treadmill that's in the Eight of Pentacles. It looks like a big treadmill. And you're focusing more on yourself, and you're focusing on you and what you truly want to do. And that's what the Emperor does. That's what the Emperor does. So yeah, I actually think you'll be even more successful when this happens. And you know, there's a really interesting parallel here. He's got this coin in his hand, and it's exactly like what's on the Ace of Pentacles. I'm surprised it's not here actually in the spread, but it's not. You know, in the Ace of Pentacles, there's a hand holding out a coin, obviously, and it's a gift. So you're giving yourself this gift, putting yourself first before your work, and seeing yourself as independent from that. So I hope that makes sense again. Okay, so the next card you have, your future's the Chariot. So okay, so again, I'm looking at this sequence between these two, and so I'll talk about these two together again. So so the Chariot and the Fool, okay, they look as if they're complete opposites, and they are in a lot of ways, because the Chariot's super serious, the man in the Chariot, and the Fool's obviously, you know, completely different. But the thing is, they're both determined. They're both moving forwards. No one's going to stop either of these people. You know, the man in the Chariot, he's really closed off. He's in a box. He means business. He's going to get to where he wants to go. But it's at the sake of everything else. It might be at the sake of his family and friends and everything else. He's so focused that he can't do anything else. He has no other life apart from where he's going. But the Fool's completely different. He's going ahead. He's happily going ahead, but he's not crazy focused. So he's still getting to where he wants to go, but he's kind of enjoying his life. So I think that's where your focus is going, from the Four of Pentacles to the Emperor. And for you, you know, this is you as well. The Fool is you as well. So, you know, big focus change. And I think when the shift happens, you'll still be moving forward. You'll be feeling a lot lighter, a lot more yourself, just like the Fool. And, you know, I'm seeing a big opening as well with this shift, opening up. Because once you open yourself up, and once you look inside yourself, and you just kind of recognize what you need, not what you think other people expect of you, because I think that was a part of this work focus as well. This is what's expected of me. Oh, my boss thinks this person thinks that, they think that, I've got to do what they say, I've got to do that, treadmill. So the focus is off that, and it's on you. Really, really, really nice shift. I really like that. So, you know, if you feel like, you know, I just want to pull this drawbridge up, like what I was seeing in the King of Cups, I just want to kind of be by myself and all of that. If you're feeling like that, it's probably the start of this thing happening, this shift for you. And so that's all really good. So that's all I'm seeing there. I hope that makes sense to someone, because I know that's a bit abstract.